It's 11:59 at Radio Free America, and this is Uncle Sam with music and the truth until dawn. Right now, I got a few words for some of our brothers and sisters in the occupied zone. The chair is against the wall. The chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. It's 12 o'clock, Americans, another day closer to victory. And for all of you out there on or behind the lines, this is your song.
Oh, what the hell? I've been muted this whole time? How long have I been muted for? Let me know if I've been muted for this whole time. Now I'll just sit here quietly because I feel like I've been chatting for no reason. Laura Smith with Clover. I'm going to put that in there just because why not? So, yeah, then nobody heard my mic check or none of that. I've been sitting here muting as I cough and whatever. Oh, maybe that's all that happened, though. No, there's nobody out there, so nobody's going to tell me. So if you're listening live or in the future, then you can leave a comment. Wait, I'm going to try and do copy link. There we go. All right, so next up.
Chair is against the wall.
Arizona 2A rally. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. So this was in February. Why did I think this was in April? So I guess we started these in January. So should I put these things in order maybe? So cut. Or maybe I'm looking at these things backwards. I might be looking at these things backwards. Let me go back and history, recently closed tab. Is this the one? So this one was also February. Let's see. So then Save the US, Save the 2A.us had a video with, oh my God, it's that Second Amendment friend. Ugh. Come on. All right, so I lost that. Effers. So that was Second Amendment Foundation's weird commercial. Let's see. Now we're into March. So, yeah, I was all mixed up by now. So I don't think Lara Smith or the Texas rally thing happened in January, or February, but we'll see. So this is March. Let's see, we got Maj at that CPAC panel, which was actually neat. That's the one where he took the panel and gave it to the other 4 people. Is that this year? You kidding me? Kidding me? Trying to sell me a car? Yeah, so this is where, right, when Maj was like, here, you can give me the thing, I'm going to give it to the panel. You give me the floor, I'm going to give it to the panel. So that's pretty decent. I'm going to say that can go into the best of. So what am I supposed to do here? I guess at this point, I'm going to say March. And we'll just go with it from that point on. Maybe I'll have to go back and edit some of this. And see, I got to right click, get that link, and drop the link and not the copy and pasted link because of stupid YouTube censorship. All right, more, look at this. Every week there was like 4 Walt videos. So what's up with that? Every second matters. Dragon Man is getting bigger. Wow, was that far away? Well, that long ago that he was buying that property? I guess it has been that long. All right. Well, we're not going to write everything in here. AI-controlled guns. Interesting. All right, so next we're into March again. Second Amendment Foundation. I was still watching that. You had Jeff Knox on the CloverTac podcast, so let's put that in there. That was one of the months when we kept Clover alive while he was driving. More Walt videos. Locked and Loaded, Riding Shotgun, 32 Icon. Oh, so earlier in the year I was following 32 Icon, and then she posted something like, I'm not into political stuff. That's up to somebody else. I'm just going to talk about guns. And that's when I went. So then we got Guardian Long Range. That was pretty good. So I'm going to, well, that's one of the channels that I found this year. So I think I'll leave that for that. Let's see, Gun Freedom Radio with Craig. We'll put that on. Going to have a bunch of Gun Freedom Radios in here, I'm sure. So this was March. Why am I removing the little stupid tag at the end of these links? Mainly because I only get 5,000 characters in this form field, and I don't want to waste them on stupid extra code. So Google puts a &t equals 0 seconds or 0s, which is a stupid little code for start this at 0 seconds instead of just not putting any code at the end. So I'm just removing the code. Oh, this was neat. Detroit area gun rights activists turn a buyback into a gun show. Those are pretty cool. I'm going to put that in here. That made me post about our buyback in January of 2013. Oh, why was I posting all these things about, I wonder why I was posting all of these things about gun buybacks.
I consider myself someone who's outside the gun community. Yes and no.
All right.
See, then we've got.
So next we're going to go, oh, this is still March. Is this the same one? What happened? I just closed I just closed the wrong one. Happens all the time.
Awareness, and
this one is the next week, so March 19th. Museum opening. Oh, that's Dragon Man's. Yeah, I did not do good notes at the beginning of this whole thing. I don't remember that, though. If you would have asked me, I would have said, oh, no, I kept great notes the whole time. Totally wrong. All right, well, so there we go. There was nothing good that week. I mean, there was good stuff, but nothing yearly good. Why don't we jump up to April? And we'll grab a couple of Aprils. How about all the Aprils, just because? And then we'll go up and grab all the Mays, if you may. Maker off is what we call it. Just going to hide June these up here as well. If you don't, July. Oops, that doesn't work, but doesn't matter. We already did it. There we go. All the July, June, April, and March ones, or April ones. Our veterans answered our country's call with honor, and the last of our troops left Vietnam. Oh, so it was Vietnam Veterans Day. Who's winning and who's whining? Have your time and resources been spent promoting and supporting these real achievements? February 12th, Utah allowed concealed carry, HB 60. February 16th, Virginia Senate passed CCW online training extension. Missouri House passed concealed carry on public buses. Oh yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. So we'll take all of this and drop it into what we're putting in here. So why don't I just put that in right here? We'll take the comments or the description of this video, tidy it up, and then make it a post over on the Patreon and perhaps on some websites to get this information out there, kind of blog it around, so to speak. Yeah, that's a bunch of good stuff right there. A lot on 2A in Texas. Worth watching a few times. What was this? Clover again? Probably Clover. Let's see what it was. Oh no, it was on Crump. Crump talking to John Lott about constitutional carry in Texas. They need to get rid of that guy. Why would they want somebody like that working for them? And this was March, if I don't remember correctly. Yes. No, this was April. So back in April, way before Gun Owners of America got rid of Crump, Crump was out there talking to John Lott about concealed carry in Texas. And then, a couple months later, they fired him. Let's see. So let's grab that link. Copy link. And replace that copy and pasted link with this copy and pasted link and minus that little time code. There we go. All right. So then we get something else. Let's see. Many 2A things happened this week. We're focused on in videos, including, that little key card thing. Somebody went to jail over an image on a piece of metal. Because in 1934, people were scared of guns shooting more than one bullet with a pull of a trigger. Girls did 2A stuff this week. The wisdom of pioneering women. Getting your spouse into concealed carry. Oh, I must have featured girls that week. Can you ID the 5 ladies in this photo? Oh, and then people got mad because I didn't identify them for them. Let's see. That's back when Foss only had 300 subscribers before he went viral. Remember back before Foss went viral? There it was. Writing Shotgun Charlie back when they did that Florida deal. Mic Drop, probably started listening to Mic Drop this year. That'll be another of the channels that I'll feature next time when we talk about channels that we learned about this year. That was a pretty good week. All right, next we get April 9th. Oh, this was interesting. So Biden came up with his executive orders, and I had asked, this was in April, I had asked, do people listen to his speech, or did they get the information from the speech by listening to someone from other sources? And overwhelmingly, people say that they get their information from other sources. They don't listen to the actual speech. Interesting. Control P was on. Oh, Sanctuary County's guy was on with Crump, so we'll take that one. That was in April. Well, again, this was back in April before Gun Owners of America fired Crump. And then we'll go back and copy that link. And we'll close that. All right, next up. Everytown loses lawsuit against the ATF. That sounds interesting. I think this could probably be done on a better version than just trying to cram this into a video. This could actually probably be worth doing. Pro-gun and anti-gun panel. That was pretty good. I guess I can put it in here. That was right after this one with Crump. I'm guessing you can't hear the 3D printer in the background. I downloaded some new software, an update to the old software, and I'm printing with a new style. That was a yawn. A new style of internal supports. What is all of this? So, I really liked this video, I guess. Many best 2 8.0 week. Made Mickey one. So what am I even linking to? Maybe this. I'm supposed to just click on this. Oh yeah, I made a clip of it. That's what.
Possible effective thing that can actually help them. So if you look at what actually helps people in crisis, it's things like access to mental health services. It's things like counseling and programs that can help them kind of get through the crisis that they're in. So it's possible to do those things while respecting their rights to own firearms. And that actually addresses it at the cause level instead of just trying to do a Band-Aid and like, well, let's take the mental health.
Yeah, literally put me into a whole different direction with 2A stuff. Great points. I don't know if you could hear that through the deal. This is too boring for most people. I'm not yelling and screaming and complaining about shit. Looking back and seeing what happened this year that was so good. So yeah, I think Sarah made some great points there. And one of the best points all year, she doesn't quite say it as quick as it could be, but I'm not going to complain. Really good point. And the point is that if someone suggests in order to save lives, they should take guns, you can challenge them. You should challenge them why they are going to the least effective, simplest, dumbest solution, like the most simplistic solution, which is the least effective, which is to take their firearms, when instead they could and then leave them there with all the other dangerous implements. Of course, that's the other part. So what is up with all of that, Link? So it's because of the Instagram, I guess. So there's nothing I can do about it. I'm just going to have to, I don't know what to do. Not put that link in there, I guess. But basically, if someone's going to, you shouldn't let people just come up and say, oh, in order to save lives, we want to take away guns, because it's only half the conversation. You're leaving them with no obligation to deal with the consequences or the repercussions of that. So instead, you would challenge them with then why only guns? Why not their knives and the rest, for example? Why would you do the least thing? Anyway, she said it much better than I can, but that's a great perspective. And the way she said it allows you the resource, the tool to be able to parry or to challenge that perspective in a way that isn't confrontational, but instead questioning, which makes that person question the person who gave them that advice, because that advice is simply bad advice. I guess maybe that's the better way to say it. Sarah's point is that you can, instead of challenging the person's point of view, because we share the point of view that we want fewer deaths, we challenge where the person's position comes from. We challenge that effectiveness of the position. Anyway, that's a great point, and go watch those links if you want to go fight the rest of it. I'm not going to show the whole thing the whole year over again here. All right, so then we got saved the second. Wonder what was happening there. Then we had Tulsa the Tulsa show. A bunch of people posting stuff about that. Clover posting about constitutional carry. Alan Gottlieb on Riding Shotgun with Charlie. Nobody knew Alan Gottlieb had 10 Corvettes until we watched Riding Shotgun with Charlie interview him. That was in April also. So what we're going to do is find that again. There it is. And we'll go over here and paste it. What's the problem, though, is that we're already 3,000 characters into this, and we only get 5,000 characters. So I'm going to have to start removing some things. We'll get rid of the subscriber counts on these going forward. Copy that link and paste. And that's why I get rid of those timestamps. NFA Modernization Act. So that would be interesting. Just going back through Jared's videos, you could kind of archive some of the attacks or potential infringements that have come along. Oh man, this one here is definitely one of the best ones. I cannot recommend enough checking this one out. This was in April. So this is when Mike Ritland, a SEAL and dog handler SEAL. So a guy who's a Navy guy, goes in and takes a dog with him, does all kind of unspeakable things to bad people with it, and then later on has this, I think I should leave that timestamp in there, has an interview with this guy who was the Texas state. He was the charge of the Rangers, and he was also in charge of international crime and drugs, the drug war in Texas for many years. He has an interview with the Navy SEAL guy, has an interview with that guy from Texas, and it's an amazing interview. So much information in there that people aren't paying attention to, including the fact that the government's about to change the way they diagnose crime effectiveness, or the way that they report and document crime. No one's even talking about that. That's going to be potentially major, very major. It has to do with the way that they justify time spent on investigations versus, what's the word, getting people in and putting, what's that called when you put somebody in jail? Let's see. Looks like I must have been pissed about somebody making a bunch of money off of something. And then that was about it on that one. So then we'll go to this next one, Free Patch Friday and 8 April. Whole bunch of DC Project Instagrams. I don't post to the Instagrams anymore because they give you a lot. They make it real difficult to link over to Instagram from YouTube. Let's see. The new constitutional carry bill in Texas. All right. And then we'll go to the next one, which is also from the last one in April. Looks like a bunch of Instagrams that I was linking to. Again, not a good idea. YouTube doesn't like it. You know what? I'm going to drink and give you a commercial so I can stop talking for a minute. Where are all my commercials? I thought I had some commercials in here.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
And I probably should have put some water in my cup before I sat down to sit here and talk for a long time. There's Dr. Dean on GunFreedomRadio. Oh, this is the one we started with. So we'll get out of that one. And then we got May 7th. Maker off, you could say. Whole bunch of different Instagram posts, which are probably good. Yeah, there's actually a whole bunch of them there. I should look from interesting people. This was after they passed it, and Clover chopped up his 10-hour video and put it in a bunch of different testimonials in different groups. That's a lot of effort. Riding Shotgun with Charlie got 1,000 subs. Let's put that in there. This is in May already, so we'll drop a May. We went live and encouraged people to subscribe to Riding Shotgun with Charlie until he reached the 1,000 threshold. And we did that live. I think we did it live in the million of a thing. Another show. That Say I Won't podcast was on for quite a few episodes. And then whenever KD had his thing, he quit going, or he got all mad and quit doing them. SpaceX launched their rocket. That's kind of neat. Constitutional carry and the 2A's Overton window. There's Artec. Good afternoon. All right, so we'll get more locked and loaded. Got the DC Project New Jersey fundraiser. Let's take that. And this is in May, so we'll put that in there. I think there was 2 different fundraisers. The one was in New Jersey, and they all had a lot of fun with Tony. And then I think there was another one in Massachusetts or Connecticut, and I may be wrong, and it may just be that Connecticut and other people were there at this one, but either way, let's archive those. Oh, look at this. Anna Mueller takes on congressional hypocrisy in a gun control hearing. And this was from this year. Let's find out. Oh, yeah. So nobody's going to remember that when they complain about how everything's doomed, and you should tune in tomorrow to learn more about how everything's doomed. Dave Workman, our red flag law's dead. Comment period opens tomorrow. So this is when the comment periods started opening. Oh, that's when I started watching Wilson Combat. Probably. Oh, now we're back to May for some reason because I didn't open these things well. Tony Simon on the CloverTac Lounge. Oh, no, May should be right, I guess. I was thinking it was March. Oh, yeah. So Dragon Man has had that land for a while. So then you got the I guess this is Y1 from years ago, I guess. Yeah, this is the thing I recorded from 19. So this is probably when it was first going to happen or something. Now we're into June. Ryan Shotgun with Charlie with Kim Petters. She's one of my favorites for sure. Definitely putting that in there. I just got to delete all that. Anytime you can listen to an interview with Kim, I'd recommend it. Amazing story. And she's the only one advocating for veterans that I'm aware of for N2A. And then you got A Great Start. This was back in June. Must have been when we started listening to that one. Oh, Mom at Arms was on Crump. That was back before Gun Owners of America fired John Crump. We're up to about 3,000 characters out of 5,000 I can use, So let's see. We had a couple of different recaps from the KD's Train and Learn. Of course, I'm going to choose Locked and Loaded's for the one to post in here. But Tony's was good also, so I'll probably post Tony's podcast. So whenever you see an %, at the end of a URL, that's almost always an indication that the URL has ended and it's just a bunch of end little pieces at the end there. You can usually chop all that off with no dire consequences, depending on where you're going. Oh, this was when Walt was insisting that Chipman was not a distraction. Posted the ATF videos at the videos that the ATF cited. All right, next we're into June. Locked and Loaded had Mahjong. It was actually pretty good, so we're going to copy that one. Why can I not get that L? What's going on with that? Let's put that. So this is, did I already say it's June? Yeah, it's still June. New leak, Operation Southbound, reading the pistol brace rules. This is when Walt started going off on vegans. Liberal Gun Club had their second interview with Deviant Olin. Oh, snap. This is the gay drama on Recoil Magazine's thing on June 11th. It was that long ago. So this will put that in there. I don't want to link to my own poll, though. But they did put their effing shirt drama in there. Rile things up. I guess some people think that wasn't an intentional attempt to rile everybody up. Let's see. So then back then we were reading the comments. That would have been, I guess, also back then. All right. So people are out there. You might as well chat. It says there's people out there, but nobody's saying anything. So can't prove that you're out there by not saying anything. Oh, shit. Everything's falling over. All right. So in June, the pistol brace comment period is already in full swing, I'm assuming. Clover started to interview some of the folks that showed up to offer testimonials to the Texas. Now we're in June. Is that where we were before? Yeah, we're still in June. Rachel Malone was on with Clover. Chris was on Locked and Loaded. The Makers Match After Action Report. So that was the first Makers Match. That was with John Crump. That was a couple of months, many months before Gun Owners America fired John Crump. There he is reporting on new cutting-edge firearms industry and community and legal information, but just to make sure, this is still in June. Dragon Man talking about more stuff he's going to build on his new property. Boy, June seems like it was 5 minutes ago. Let's see. Then we get July. So I don't know how I flipped all the way up. June to July. Duh. That's why. It's the next week. You got Beth on Locked and Loaded. I might as well put that one in there. And we'll grab that link. Whoa, what's going on there? Let's see. Real Solutions Explained. National Shooting Sports. What was all this about? Whoa, is that a mosquito? Is there a fly? Holy moly. Oh, I do not like that explainer video. I think I know who's responsible for that, if I remember right. I think that was a mosquito, and if it is, I hope I just killed it with my electric fly swatter. I definitely knocked it into my face a few times. All right. Trying to get this blanket on me. Can you hear that blanket? I don't know how well that microphone's picking all this up. Could also go back and read a bunch of these things and see how many of these things are false flags. Insightful headlines to get people to click, I guess, probably. Oh, and then I found the Johnny Rollins show. Holy moly, that's a whole nother video. That's a whole series of videos, literally. Johnny Rollins. Holy moly. All right, next we're into July some more. It's where Ken's wife took ill. A bunch of combat story stuff, so I must have started listening to Combat Story, another great channel worth listening to. Interviews with people who had amazing experiences and learned and can share from those. Bunch of... All right, well, you got the NRAM 2021 fashion show, which didn't actually happen, so I don't know what to put in there. They were going to do it. That must have been when I was researching trainers. This is July again. That 2A Cops, they did a bunch of good videos this year. Timely, I think, also. Useful. Bunch of more Johnny Rollins, and it looks like I got copyrighted all over the place for playing a song called Galactic Damages by the Jingle Punks. So there you go. Shouldn't play that song. The end of 9mm, that was a good episode. So then you have the 2A4E diversity shoot happening in Nebraska, and that was in July. So we'll go back over here and give credit to Tony to that one. I believe there was also some sort of Masada Yub class or something out there. I don't know if that was at the same time or not. I can't remember. I guess I won't link to that one. We'll just archive it. OG Pumpkin started doing his podcast in July, I guess. It seems like yesterday. It seems like just the other day. This is when liberal gun clubs started going off of the freaking rails. Holy moly. Somewhere around here, they just started going nuts and not even caring anymore. Oh, there's that jelly ball thing that barbecue has. More Johnny Rowland. Dang, those were some good ones. So that was July. Then we get up here to the end of July. 2A wins gold in Tokyo. That'll be a good one. And then this will be August. Yeah, I'm going to have to post this on Patreon. And then here's September because there's not going to be enough room in stupid YouTube's little 5,000 character description. I'm going to have to remove a bunch of the text and stuff out of here and still not have room. A lot of good stuff happened this year. I feel like I already looked at this one. I did. This one's also July, and I did look at this one already, so we're going fast through these now. So this one is 2A wins gold in Tokyo, and we're going to say that is August. Oh, and then you had Rick Ector doing his deal, so we're definitely going to link to that. Now, I don't know if this was right before or right after Rick's Legally Armed in Detroit event, but either way, record-breaking this year. 4,000 ladies got trained in a weekend. Something like that. 2A Women Wednesday started with Santee. Probably one of the good ones. I want to say better ones because they're all good, but started right off with a bang. So we'll copy link and drop that in there. Next up is August still. Watching how the sausage is made. Oh, that was a short one. Next is, oh, that was me showing how I make the 2A wrap up, I guess. Red Dawn Week. Oh, Chipman going on the Communist Network. That was nice. Oh, this one says bad week for 2A. All right, well, so... Oh, Afghanistan. I guess that happened in August also. Oh, we had a watch party in August. The Solutionary Summit, that was pretty decent. Worth watching. I'm guessing that was also in August. So you got Cash putting up a bunch of videos this year. Did I find that guy this year? Now we're in September. Got to a Women Wednesday with Brooke. We'll put that in there for September. That definitely feels like yesterday. But I guess after you stop doing those for a while, it's been a while. Echo started doing chats and then interviews. Next up is still September. All the Solutionary Summit videos went up from Locked and Loaded. They did some good stuff. Good interviews. Suicide Prevention Saturday started doing premieres and then eventually lives. Yeah, for sure. I like it. It's refreshing to see some. Our DJ is saying Cash's collecting and chatting videos are a nice collection in the last few months for him. Yeah, I agree, because I'm sick of people who just obtain. He's having a lot of fun collecting and acquiring the adding to the collection and appreciating them, and just appreciating them in a more, I guess, a deeper way than some of the others over the years. All right, so let's see. He had Angelina on from Alan Anchor. She talked mostly about how Alan started the business and runs the business and instructs the others that work there what to do all the time. Looks like Florida Carry and Gun Artists of America had a big fight, and John Crump covered it there was no problems there. It was later that John Crump was fired by Gun Owners of America. So it's not every organization that Gun Owners of America compromises for. Florida Carry wasn't an organization that Gun Owners of America compromised for. Well, we did ask gun questions for a little while with Clover. I'm going to attempt to try to do that again in the future. Give us some feedback on that show. That was a live conversation where we basically answered everybody's questions. We're definitely going to have more ninja stuff in 2022. Let's see. So Clover started this GunTuber Academy channel. He's basically shilling so hard for YouTube that he basically had to make a whole other channel for it. Tells people how to do things and gives them free advice for everybody. It's crazy. What if Bloomberg watches that channel? He's basically giving Bloomberg free advice. It's crazy. More of the interviews from the Solutionary Summit. Definitely worth listening to. I'd listen to the Solutionary Summit to the interviews because you get a better feel. If you're new to the people that they're talking to, you'll get a better feel of those people. And then when you watch the interviews, you'll get more. I think you'll get more out of it that way. There's Tara out there. Good afternoon. Yeah. Let's see. This was Sandhills on Riding Shotgun with Charlie. That was also in September. How the 2A opinion poll data is looking. So, for 2 months, we would pay attention to those comment periods for 2 months. So that's 1/6 of the year. We were paying attention to those comment periods at the same time, not knowing how much weight they would have, not knowing how much use there would be to bring people together. And then I'm not aware of anyone who used that exercise to empower and have some kind of an after action to get the most effect out of that effort. But 2 whole months of effort by lots and lots of different groups, lots of different approaches, lots of different amplitudes or levels of concern. And very little reflection on it, very little, especially at the national level, interpretation of what happened, how our response was, what we could have done better, who should be congratulated, that kind of thing. Opportunity there for sure. Lots of posts about Dragon Mans, because Dragon Man's one of the coolest collections that's available to the public of firearms in the world. And we have it here in the United States. In a time when it's difficult to travel, they've been successful and people have found that a destination to go to. Very cool. We now have more destinations like that making themselves known. Lots of stuff about Guardian Long Range, the GunTuber Academy, Echo, Black Guns Matter. This hood gardening one was pretty cool. A lot of concern about prepping and a lot of blab. A lot of links to crap that you can buy because of prepping and concerns about prepping, but very little practical attention or practical effort to eliminating the stress. Oh, we had the Gun Rights Policy Conference in September. It was live, and they're always going to be live now because they no longer value what they offered when people could gather. So what can we do as individuals? Sit quietly and accept it, or the opposite, perhaps? It looks like I did the poster back then. I have to post some more videos about the posters. And then a whole bunch of Johnny Roland shows, because Johnny Roland is freaking awesome. So next, after September, we get into October. I think we're doing all right. We're only at, oh no, we're not. We're at 4,600. Oops, 4,600 characters. I only get 5,000.
Thursday. Then we had,
All right, and then one more, two more. How many we got? 22nd, 27th, and then November 5th, and November 12th, and November 26th. Now we're definitely getting close. No, December 3rd, December 10th. This is the one we're in right now. Can't click on that one. So now we'll go to this one.
dynamic anymore.
All right.
Or I quit doing that a while back.
Shut up.
So that's why the show isn't
Shut up.
focused on.
Adaptive Defensive Shooting Summit, posted by the NSSSF. I forgot about that. So that was in November. No, that was in October. And we're getting there. 4,600 characters already. Oh, this one, the long range shooter one with Ray, was pretty good. Got to put Ghost in here somewhere, so we'll put that one in here for October. What? Why is this down here? What the hell? You kidding me? So all this October stuff shouldn't even be in here? Stupid. There we go. All right, now we'll get that link for Ghost video. And put that there. Remove the timestamp. Oh man, 200 characters left. A lot of these are interesting. Like I said, I might have to go back and attempt this with the Patreon side, so I have less constraints on number of characters here. So this was Halloween. Ugh, the Big Daddy Unlimited live chat. So that was interesting. I'm not going to put all the poop stains on the wall in here, though. I'll just put the good stuff in here.
Just a fury of fight. People, there's no way to make any sense of it.
No way to make any sense of it. All right, so what's next? $50,000 comments processed by the ATF in 2 weeks by 50 people. That was before the Gun Owners of America fired Crump, and they appreciated his reporting. I mean, that dude seems to have gotten a lot of the information that we know about this year seems to come from that guy. And then Gun Owners of America fired him. Seems weird. Let's see. Alan Anker have a Boston Terrier that they lowered over everybody. on Instagram. So let's go ahead and see if we can't finish off the post with that. Oh yeah, I think I can. So it's not complete. Why? Because YouTube censorship. They only let me put so many characters and stuff in here. So I'm going to have to go kill some of the subscriber counts, like John Crump, Black Guns Matter. 2 more. GunFreedomRadio. Oh, you know what? I can just get rid of the redundant GunFreedomRadio right there. Boom. So that should be our 5,000. I will save this. This isn't everything that happened this year, but this is a ton of it. Oh, we had trouble. Did you see that? We had trouble saving your video. Retry in 5 seconds. Stupid. It won't, sorry, we weren't able to save your video. So this is what happens. YouTube censorship. Basically, they're going to complain and say that I have too many characters in here and there's blah, blah, blah. But it's YouTube censorship. We all know what it is. All right, I'm going to scroll through here, make sure that I'm not putting a bunch of stuff. Basically, I'm just getting rid of some spaces and things. Oh, that's a bad. I'm going to leave that space. All right, we'll try this again. Save. No problem this time. Oh, you know what I should have done? I really messed up. I should have copied this damn thing. So next time it shows up, I'm immediately copy. Good. Now I have it. So the next thing you do is you go over to your computer and you open up Notepad. Notepad's a super useful tool. It's just a little text editor. And now I just pasted all that data into Notepad. And it's just there in case I need it. What's going on? Stupid YouTube. Let's get rid of some spaces. I don't know what else I can get rid of to make you happy, stupid YouTube. Get rid of some more timestamps, maybe. Save. What? How lame. All right, well, this was still worth it because I've got the text. I'll put it over in Patreon where I can post a lot of stuff and not just a little bit of stuff. But we'll just go back from here. So earlier in the year, we had rallies, one here in Arizona for sure. Then we had Texas state hearing on constitutional carry that brought a bunch of people together. Lots of interviews. We had Liberal Gun Club letting their colors be known. We had new channels all over the place, including time-appropriate ones that were useful, offered good insight, like 2A Cops, a great channel. I recommend checking out. Then you've got some wins that looks like I posted here between February and April. Then I started to time them or post them here according to their time frame. So we had the CPAC panel with Maj in March. We had Jeff Knox on with CloverTac in March. You had GunFreedomRadio talking to Craig. In April, we all got to pay taxes. John Lott was talking about 2A in Texas. He testified for constitutional carry in Texas. Imagine these are all CloverTac videos. I'm going to get rid of this little poll. Maybe that's what it doesn't like. Too many percentage marks. Let's try that. Did it work? Looks like it's working this time. It's taking it this time. Changes saved. Then we had the Sanctuary Counties guy go on, John Crump, before John Orders of America fired him. You've got the pro-gun, anti-gun panel that Black Guns Matter was on, or hosted, I don't even remember, but that was back in April. Oh, you got Sarah making that great point back in April about a way to challenge the antis who would do the simplest, most useless actions and social, virtue signal that they had done something when they've literally done nothing and made the world more dangerous. Challenge them on that. You had Mic Drop, where you had that guy who ran, let's get rid of, we're leaving that timestamp. The guy who ran the Texas Rangers, he ran the international crime, and he ran the narcotics for all of Texas for many years. One of the best interviews all year. Ryan Shotgun with Charlie got to 1,000 subs. Continues to grow. We had the DC Project fundraisers, quite a few of them. The DC Project got together and had their up training in October. The Ambassador Academy had their training. KD had his training. The AmCon still happened, even though I know it was real. And then Gun Rights Policy Conference was fake. Guns Barbecue is bugging me in the middle of my live chat with a text. Ugh, professionalism. All right, then we had June with Ryan Shotgun with Charlie interviewing Kim. You had Crump interviewing Mom at Arms. Locked and Loaded had their recap of the Train and Learn. You had the Solutionary Summit later on in the year. You had the Diversity Shoot heading out to Nebraska, and a bunch of people meeting up in Nebraska for the Masad Ayub class. Let's see, we won gold, 4 or 5 golds in Tokyo. Can't remember how many of the golds we won were guns. I think 4 or 5 of the golds that were won in Tokyo were gun related from the shooting team. Afghanistan, of course, unfortunately. We had Rick Ector in August with the Legally Armed in Detroit. 4,000 ladies trained for free in one weekend. You had Barnes Guns and Barbecue, who is insisting on interrupting me with the text messages during my live show, starting his Two-Way Women Wednesday series. That Solutionary Summit that I mentioned happened in August. In September, you had the Gun Rights Policy Conference. You had the USCCA thing. Oh, no, the USCCA thing did happen. What am I saying? So I need to go back and add. I can't now. But then you did have a fashion show at the USCCA thing, a CCW fashion show. You had Brooke on Two-Way Women Wednesday. Of course, Brooke taken her suicide prevention Saturday to another level on Saturdays, going to premieres and then live. Let's see, had Alan Anchor out there doing their thing, adding more products to their inventory and more services to their list, their menu. You had the GunTuber Academy startup. Clover started bringing his help and counsel to, or coaching to others on its own channel. You had Ryan Shotgun with Charlie visit with the folks in Nebraska, including Sandhills. You had an adaptive shooting summit featured by NSSF in October. Long range shooting focused on by Ghost in October. Crump, way before he was fired by the Gun Owners of America, posted something about how the ATF somehow processed 50,000 comments with 2 weeks with 50 people. And then, of course, the Alan Anchor puppy is out there, and that's where I had to stop because YouTube wouldn't let me post any more text in here. So quite a few things happened this year. Lots of people are going to mope and say it was the worst year. They're going to look at movies, or they're going to waste everybody's time. We wasted your time looking back at the good stuff that happened and putting this archive up there, reposting a bunch of these words that go up on the boring internet and Al Gore's rhythms, catch them, wiggle them around, and consider things more important when they see channels touch them. So feel free to do the same. Consider taking some time and boring people with a look back at what was happening this year that was useful and productive, and took us to the next level. I'm missing all kinds of stuff. I barely have the makers match in here. There was strides made in technology, all kinds of innovation being done out there, as well as new collaborations, people reaching out, working together, meeting each other at different events. And of course, you got all the bad stuff, the poop on the walls that I don't bother to pay too much attention to, but let's not forget that stuff either. The unscrupulous are going to walk among us and exploit when times are good and when times are bad. So with that in mind, thanks to the people that show up live. A couple of people showed up while we were doing this kind of boring show. DJ may or may not still be out there. Tara was out here. Let's see, Artac and some others. So thanks for showing up. We want to thank again our Patreons who make it possible for me to spend time for stuff like this. And every once in a while, when I decide instead of doing this stuff off air, privately, try doing it on air, see what happens, see if we stir up some kind of discussion, see if it creates some kind of conversation. Can't create a conversation if you don't make time and a place for it. So not like this was scheduled. Why don't you get up, get yourself a salad, sit back down. Stuff is coming up later on you could watch, be part of. Remember, you're playing on the internet now, not a television. You're not getting programmed. This is interactive. Just like DJ used his fingers to make a little thing happen, make a little wiggle, turn into words, you can do the same. With that, thanks for watching. I need to get a DJ exit thing. Let's use Smeggy, even though he doesn't show up for these live shows. Thank you for supporting our projects. If you'd like to buy us a cup of coffee, check out our Patreon channel.
The guys and gals at gunwebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thank you for watching gunwebsites.com.
Hey, did you know that you could help support our future projects and let everyone know you're a fan of what we do? Check out our print-on-demand store. We have a tab here on YouTube. When you click on it, you can choose from a bunch of different items. We have shirts and posters and coffee mugs. Click on the one you like. When you find the design you want to put on it, choose a color and a size if it's appropriate. And when you purchase these items, a portion goes to help fund our future projects. We really do appreciate your support. You get some cool stuff. When you get that stuff, post pictures here and on other platforms, and we'll hook you up next time you order from our Gear Website store. Thank you for your support of GunWebsites.com.